Really? Is that true? Big up Assad. Really? The Tate brothers got arrested in Miami. Let me see that. Breaking news, yeah? Let's check that out. They got arrested. What for? Were they streaming or something? Or is this like an arrest warrant? Let's see. The Tates got arrested in Miami. Really? Let's see. Andrew Tate. What comes up here? Oh, breaking news. U.S. Marshals. What?
Do you mind signing?
Are you for real? Breaking news. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami by the U.S. Marshals Service. Statement below from the UK's Crown Prosecution Service about the initial Ted. Shit. Statement below from the UK Crown Prosecution Service about additional charges being filed against the brothers. The Tate brothers are now facing a total of 59 charges, 42 against Andrew Tate, 17 against Tristan Tate. The quote, Andrew Tate, 39, is being charged with 7 further counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts of assault and occasioning actual bodily harm, 19 additional charges for offences relating to indecent images of children and extreme pornography. Tristan Tate, 38, is being charged with 1 count of sexual assault, 2 counts of rape, and 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking or sexual exploitation. No! No way! This is completely separate to Romania, by the way. They are fucked. This is completely separate to Romania. This is like some English speaking charges. This is like some Western Hemisphere charges. Ay, 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 ay. Is that them getting... Bruh, US Marshals have black pickup trucks, yeah? US Marshals have blacked out pickup trucks to arrest you in. That's pretty swaggy, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously not good if you're in them, but fucking hell, it's pretty hard.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate.
No way that happened. That happened while that guy was trying to get an autograph. It happened at the same time you're trying to get an autograph. The US Marshals swooped in, plain clothes, and arrested him. Hey, yo, Tate. Boom, hand on his wrist. By the way, he looks super like that's the gayest outfit I've seen him. Look at that outfit. That gay guy that like acts like him, they look so similar, innit? If you think about it, no? The gay guy that kind of parodies him, they dress so similar too. Like, what the fuck is that outfit? And look at Tristan in the back looking like a magician. Look at Tristan in the back dressed like a magician. Look at Tristan in the back dressed like a magician. Like, oh my god.
Hey, Tate.
Oh, that's that guy, right? What you call it? The guy on the documentary helping Andrew taking off his jewelry. Oh, look, they got the guns. Holy shit, bro. They came deep. Officers with the fucking guns. How many marshals, bro? Fucking hell. Another one. Look, Andrew Santino.
Back up. Guys, back up.
He's trying to take the chain off Andrew's head, by the way. For some reason, he can't unbuckle the chain. So he's trying to pull it over his head. And it must be hurting his... But what a weird situation. By the way, just leave the. It's not like anyone's gonna steal Andrew Tate's fucking chain. They're gonna put in whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like so fucking performative. This fucking guy. But anyway. Were any of you guys aware of him being investigated in the States? I wasn't aware. Did I completely miss that? I thought the whole thing was like, I know there was an investigation here in the UK and he was being charged with something in the UK, but I don't remember there being an investigation in the US. Or is this a UK thing that they're now, you know what I mean? Hold on. What did they say in the text? Are these US charges? Statement below from the oh, it's a UK. Yeah, so it is a UK. It's not U. Okay. So they've been arrested on behalf of the UK Crown Prosecution Service. Huh. This kind of feels like it came out of nowhere, man. So they must have been working on this in the background. So the fact that they jumped on them now means that they must have a solid case, isn't it? You'd imagine, because I didn't hear anything about this. They got the ongoing Romania thing, but I didn't hear anything about there being an issue with them in the US. Rah, Ted. They let them walk around like they were free men, like everything was chill, and then they just pounce on them. Who's this guy? Random security, right? Security guard thinking he's involved. Look at the security guard, bro, man. Just work your salary, man. Do your job, man. Look at the security guard trying to get involved, like. It's like is it the parking attendant? Who's this guy? Look at this guy trying to get involved. In the back of they're getting put in separate cars as well. Fuck.
Tristan, anything to say?
He looks worried, bro. He looks worried. He looks scared as fuck. Holy shit. Yo. Do you reckon that article fucked them, by the way? Do you remember that article I read on Taz? That article was, but again, it didn't. That's the thing with these investigations, man. They're so crafty. Please, it didn't feel like that article really picked up anything. It didn't really do anything. But that article was pretty damning. I think it was in Vanity Fair, where that lady did an investigative journalist piece on like their whole history and shit. It was awful, man. Some of the accounts of the women that they had like on cam and shit, and the abuse that they went through and everything else. And I think one lady talked about how she lost her pregnancy because of the beatings. That like it was horrendous. But I felt like it didn't go nowhere. Like I don't feel like I saw people talking about it. It was an entire fucking. I think it was like 110,000 words or something as well. It was a huge article on I think it was Vanity Fair or The Atlantic. One of those papers. But it didn't go anywhere. I wonder if that was one of the reasons as well. And another angle of the same thing with the guy take off his chain.
Back up.
I'm assuming one of these guys is probably dead. Security guards can't do nothing, bro. You can't do jack shit. One of their bodyguards, I'm assuming. You can't do jack shit, man. You got to sit back or step back and let it all play out. Should have kept your asses in fucking Romania, man. You should have kept your asses in Romania. They were gallivanting around, acting like, you know, like their shit don't stink, thinking everything is sweet. You should have stayed your ass in Romania. But to be fair too, this makes sense, isn't it? Like, there's no smoke without fire, man. There's no smoke without fire. Like I've always said, I'm kind of like sure this is the case. I think everything they've been accused of, everything that's been alleged is true about their origins. You know, the whole cam girl thing, the sex trafficking, blah 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 blah, human trafficking, all that shit. I think all of that stuff is true. I just think, unfortunately for them, they started off doing that. They started off basically being pimps, right? But then they both got on social media and that blew off. That blew up. And they started to make some real money just being like, you know, braggadocious, larger than life, red pill, manosphere influencer guys. And then they tried to like get past or move away from the cam girl shit. But that cam girl shit and that human trafficking shit, sex trafficking shit is some real heavy, dark shit. And they obviously did a lot of like bad things during that time. And they tried to like get away from it and outrun it, but you can't. That's what basically happened. I don't think they were still running the operation now. I don't think they still had, you know, fucking cam girls in Eastern European countries still now. I think most of their money came from like, you know, crypto scams and the fucking the Telegram groups and the fucking Discord groups and whatever else monthly thing they got going on. But their past eventually caught up with them. But this idea that they're completely innocent and did nothing wrong, come on, man. There's no smoke without fire. You don't live in those countries in the first place if you're just like chilling and you want to start some online business. You're obviously there because you want to be a little bit, you know, whatever. And they just took the piss, essentially. But yeah. I guess we're gonna get a conclusion now. We're gonna get some sort of conclusion when it comes to the Tate story. Because the Romania thing seems like it never... I don't know what's going on with their case in Romania. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what happened. What's going on with the court system over there. But I think we're going to get a resolution or a conclusion to their story definitely now. Imagine if they end up in the same prison as fucking Diddy. Imagine if they end up in the same prison as Diddy. Yeah, Black American. I think they did. Did they? You know what I mean? Did they try to be past it? Yeah, I think they did. They were pushing more them being social media influencers than them running cam girl sites, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's incorrect. But I feel like they were pushing themselves more as red pill manosphere influencers than they were the cam girl thing. There are certain kids now who are fans of the Tates who probably don't know anything about their cam girl history. Have no idea about that history, about their origins. All they know them for is fucking Andrew Tate shouting into the microphone about you being poor and buying Bugattis and living in Dubai and shit. That was their whole image. But they couldn't outrun their past. But again, I could be wrong. I'm not super like tapped into the Andrew Tate lore and history. I don't really know that much. I just know what I see in passing, you know? So I'm not really super tapped in, so maybe I could be wrong. This security guard makes me laugh so much. What's he doing, man? He's just trying to get involved. You want me to pull up over here? Did it like look at this guy? All these badges, like what? Yo, just mind it. Honestly, big up him, man. Big up him. Big up him. Legend. Going off to the marshal. So, do you want me to, bro? Don't worry, we got this. Like, you don't need to get involved. It's okay. Should we set up like a triangle offense cordon, or do you want a Montgomery shield cordon? You know, like he's trying to give him some technical like, bro, just step back. Just step back. When they start marching like that, when they march you like that, you know you're in trouble, man. When they march, they don't march like this because you got into a fight outside some club in Austin. when they march you like this with these kind of plainclothes police officer looking type people, you know you're in trouble, man. You're in big trouble when you get marched like this with cops like that. You're in big fucking trouble. I got a feeling they ain't gonna get bailed out. There's gonna be no bail. Damn. The Andrew Tate story. The Tate story is, yes, I guess it's finally somewhat over, no? I just had Andrew Tate, Christopher wearing, yeah. Big up the dirt guy. Yeah, get arrested in those outfits is fucking crazy, by the way. Jesus Christ. Look at this video. Look at, what's this? Why Andrew Tate looks worse than Tristan.
Andrew Tate has a less developed bone structure and a more recessed jaw compared to his brother, Tristan. Now, this isn't luck, this isn't genetics, this is biomechanics. Every single step that Andrew takes, he walks with his toes pointing outwards, with the spiral flattening with duck feet. The moment this happens, this leads to internal leg rotation, which means the hip flexors and the iliac psoas become really tight, which then leads to pelvic tilt, which then stretches the superficial front line, which is the fascial line of the front of the body. This leads to the back line, which is the fascial line going down.
You know he's gonna sell you something at the end, isn't it? You know he's gonna sell you something at the end. He's gonna say, "Hey, if you don't look like Tristan Tate, sign up to my course."
On the back of your body, tightening. This then leads to forward head posture, which means the sternocleidomastoid muscles and the digastric muscles of the jaw literally end up pulling the lower jaw backwards, leading to a recessed jaw, leading to a more narrow palate, and
But yeah, man. It's over for them. It's over for them, I think. It's fucking over. They've been arrested in Miami. Look all the memes. Madness, bro. In Miami of all places. In Miami of all fucking places. It's crazy. In Miami of all places is fucking crazy. Andrew Tate and Tristan both arrested in Miami. Oh, Klavicki was about to meet them up as well, right? Klavicki was about to meet up with them.
Alright. Alright. There was just a lot of
would have been funny if you got arrested too with them. It would have been hilarious.
TikTokery going on.
Thank you.
Yep. Let's see. Run off to the Sprinter van real quick. Where's it at? Right over here? Alrighty, boys. We gotta go on to the next segment. Alright.
Did he find out too that Andrew Tate got arrested? What's he said about it? Klavicki tells Rakai to send call. Yeah. Yeah, there was meant to be a stream. There was meant to be a stream, right? Tonight. Oh, that got cancelled, didn't it? That's got cancelled, of course. Nick Fuentes Klavicki will be holding an intervention for Sneaker live on stream at 9 p.m. That's definitely got cancelled. But yeah, arrested. Andrew Tate and Tristan have been arrested. It's all over X, as you can see here. It's all, actually, I'm on phone. It's all over X. What's this video? If you're struggling with porn, watch this Andrew Tate rant. I'm alright. I'll allow that. Yeah, what's the last tweet actually? Let me see. What's his last tweet before he got arrested? What did he last say? The prosecutor reads every single tweet I make. They all corrupt. Hello, this Discord. Please raid the house. Waiting for Discord to raise it. Okay, cool. Learn to enjoy all forms of attention and haters become powerless. What else did he post? So they were out there in Miami doing like shooting drills, right? They went, so the US Marshals let them go out and do shooting drills. They had a bit of fun at least, right? They got to have a little bit of fun in the US before they got arrested. So they were out there doing some fun shooting drills and shit. Walking around, enjoying life, right? And then it all ended. It all fucking ended.
No, since you move fast, I got super light on my feet because I'm like, hold up.
Holy shit. Also, Andrew Tate explains why speaking correctly is the most important skill you ever have.
If I say what's 2 + 2 and you go 4, you look dumb. If I say what's 2 + 2 and you go 4, you look smart. The makes you look like an idiot. Stop saying stop saying because you also come across extremely confident when you don't use and ah. You look like you know exactly what you're talking about when you don't use and ah. You need a pause to think. So what I will do is I will either literally take a pause and stop, and a lot of that is body language to allow yourself to be given the time to do that. Or the second thing I'll do if I make a mistake is I'll repeat myself. So I'll say something like, there's an example. So I'll say. That sounds better than going, so I'll say, if I say what.
Cool, man. You be doing all the ums in prison, though. You be doing all the ums in prison, my guy. Carl, I don't think those guys are getting out anytime soon. Those look like some serious charges. I don't think those guys are getting out anytime soon. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're getting out anytime soon. I think those charges are going to stick, and they are.
Come back. Oh shit, no. Come over here by me. Let's go.
I do want to say too, I got no problem with Justin Waller.
Back up.
This is proof too. I mean, also, yeah, good. Let's see what happens with this. But Andrew Tate, the reason that there was an argument or there was a back and forth is because he was chimping out for the American empire. We need to invade Greenland, invade Venezuela, take it all. They need to bomb Iran. The war's over in 24 hours. Us Americans.
To be fair, I was really surprised. I'm not going to lie. I was really surprised when Andrew Tate snaked Sneaker with the whole like How Hitler song thing and clavicular. I wasn't surprised. I'm not going to lie. That did catch me off guard, because again, I don't pay attention to Andrew Tate that way, so I didn't know that he had like Israeli ties or like, yeah, I mean, I didn't know that he was compromising that way. I was really surprised. I was like, oh shit! I thought he'd like do the whole like, you can't counsel me, double down thing, right? But instead, Andrew Tate went and fucking threw Sneaker under the bus with the whole High Hitler thing, because obviously he wanted to appease his, you know. He wanted to appease them people. You know who I'm talking about. That really cool. I was like, whoa. So he does have a master. He does have like a, you know, tries to act like he doesn't, but he does have somebody that, you know, ultimately does call the fucking shots. So that was kind of scary and crazy to see that happening in real time. See it all play out. That was absolutely nuts. But in this regard, Sneaker does have his reason to be pissed off at you know, Andrew Tate, because they weren't on good terms before obviously the arrest, and obviously that whole How Hitler thing was kind of serious for their little group of people. And like I said earlier, Andrew Tate went out of his way to make it very clear that he had nothing to do with the song, and he essentially pointed the finger at Sneaker. So I don't blame him for taking a victory lap.
Need to dominate the world. Then America sends you to the UK. Then American authorities lock you up. Are these ICE agents? Are these ICE agents? So you were siding with the right wing and you were begging for this and saying how good it was. The same people that you were chipping out over and bending over backwards and simping for are the same ones arresting you. Well done, dum-dum. They're not on your side. As much as you try to beg for their approval, they'll never accept you until you're one of them.
Back up. Back up.
He might actually be here tomorrow, you know. Given how high profile this whole thing is, the fact that he's getting grabbed up by the US Marshals and extradited, there's a possibility that he might be on the first flight out of New York or Miami to London, or maybe he might be in London tomorrow evening. There's an extreme chance he'll be here by the end of play. Oh, it's already end of play now, but yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Imagine how quickly your life changes. 1 minute you're in Miami, about to do a stream with Nico and maybe Clavicular and shit, and then zoom, another minute passes. You're in the fucking police van on your way to Russia. Like, okay. Cool. You know? You just sat there thinking, cool. 1 minute I was in Miami, next minute I'm in the UK with handcuffs on. Woo! Oh, really? Cool. Let me read that now then, by the way. Big up Chris Mack, appreciate you. Let me read that right now. Big up Chris Mack, appreciate you. Andrew Tate, lawyer. Give me a second here. Okay. Where's the law? Where is it? There we go. Is that actually the law firm? McBride. Is that real? Cool. Let's check it out. Top. Is that top G's? Tate Brothers lawyers released a statement. McBride law firm, Joseph D. McBride. Statement for Joseph D. McBride, attorney for Andrew and Tristan Tate. The world knows Andrew Tate. The world knows, the world. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are innocent. Their enemies know it best of all. That is exactly why they have been attacked. Last night, the United Kingdom, a corrupt, fallen nation that jails its own citizens for tweets while ignoring rape gangs, is found. Jesus, how do you work in the grooming gang into a statement like this? What a bizarre statement. You're talking about grooming gangs when your guys being accused or charged with rape itself. It's like, weird that. Last night, the United Kingdom, corrupt and fallen nation that jails its own citizens for tweets while ignoring gang rapes, or rape gangs, is found inconvenient. It found it too inconvenient to prosecute. Conjured up a wave of charges against the Tate brothers. This is not law enforcement. This is a political hit ordered by a dying empire that fears for free men with a microphone more than free actual criminals walking down the street. Understand what Britain just did. This is a long-standing agreement between the UK and Romanian governments that the UK would not seek extradition while the Romanian proceedings were pending. These proceedings are ongoing right now. The agreement exists because no nation gets to trample judicial sovereignty on another for political intervention. The UK shredded its own word the moment it became useful to shred it. This is who they are. Imagine holding on to the word of the UK government, by the way. That's fucking hilarious. And the timing is no accident. For years, I've been litigating a defamation lawsuit in Palm Beach, Florida, that's absolutely destroyed the basis allegations against the Tate brothers. Piece by piece, under oath, on the record, that case goes to trial within 6 months. The UK knew it. They watched their lives get demolished in the American courtroom and they panicked. This extradition demands one purpose: to kidnap Andrew and Tristan Tate through paperwork before an American jury exposes the truth to the entire world. Worse, our understanding is that this arrest was green-lighted by the low-level functionary Department of Justice who never got approval for leadership. Think about that. 2 men who came to this country openly, lawfully, peacefully, were thrown in a cage on the say-so of a bureaucratic freelancing with the full force of the American law enforcement. We are confident that once a confinement judge has seen the facts, and once the Department of Justice confronts the egregious abuse of its authority, Andrew and Tristan will remain free. America does not have to do Britain's political dirty work next. Not here, ever. America is watching, the world is watching, and we will win. Okay. Interesting. Some interesting points made. All things could be true though, right? It could be a political hit job. There could be ulterior motives behind it, but I don't know, man. A large majority of us out here still think the Tate brothers are into some dodgy shit, some sick shit, or had done some sick shit in their past. That's the main problem. It could be a political hit job. There could be some really powerful factions at play, doing this, doing that. But at the heart of it, did you do what they're saying with these girls, yes or no? Because not every single one can be some consensual relationship with a crazy girl that like to do the fucking forced play, then all of a sudden change their mind. Because that's what they always do. They always say every person that accuses them of some SA thing or some disgruntled lover. It's like, come on, all of them, every single one. Feels a bit like you're maybe choosing some, you know what I mean? Or maybe you do actually beat them up. You know what I mean? Like, there's too much going on, man. Too much going on. But yeah, let's see how it plays out for them guys. It's not looking good though. I'll tell you that much. It's not looking good. Let's see any more information on Top G's account. What's this account? It's called Top G's. Have they got any more news on here? Let's see. Andrew Tate about why the UK seeks extradition. Let's see. Oh, this is an old clip, by the way, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the UK.
What's their problem?
I think the UK is coming for me next. I think they're going to launch a case on me. I think they're going to attempt to arrest me. The UK is draconian. It's out of control. They've just entered recession today. It's a failed society where crime rates are out of control and stabbing are out of control, and they no longer have a border, and people are just arriving by boat, and there's acid attacks. It's the acid attack capital of Europe. You can walk down the street and get acid thrown in your face and be permanently disfigured for life. Wow. They should have bigger things to worry about. But I guess their primary objective is, instead of trying to fix our problems, which we don't believe we can do, let's kill the person.
I like how it's an either or, by the way. I like how by arresting Andrew Tate for what he may or may not have done, it automatically means you're not going to clean the community. You're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. Do you know what I mean? I love how it's an either or. I love how in his mind, it's always an either or.
Person who highlights the problems. Let's fix the man who tells the truth.
Yeah.
We have all of these problems in our society, but instead of fixing them, let's instead attack the person who highlights them, because that makes them less prevalent to the populace. So let's get rid of Andrew because he tells the truth about what's happening in England, and then maybe we'll get away with this scam a little bit longer. And that's why they've come up with the idea they have, and that's why, as we speak right now, the British government is trying to put me in jail. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, the UK.
What's their problem?
I think the UK is coming for me next. I think they're going to launch a case on me. I think they're going to attempt to.
So he predicted it, by the way. He basically predicted his arrest. He basically predicted his arrest. What's that? Wake up. So he's been wearing those hats for a while, man. He basically predicted that arrest. Let me just, I think there's one more one I want to show you here regarding the Tates, and we'll move on. There was that one I saw here recently. Bear with me 1 second. Where is it? Come on, you piece of shit. Oh, I think maybe I was looking for the, what's his face? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Sneaker Celebrate. So actually I watched that already. Watch it just now. Sneaker Celebrate. There's one where he's like dancing and shit and he's super happy. What is that one? Sneaker goes off.
I believe that they were innocent, but you look into it more, and you look at allegedly they're guilty. Allegedly. At the time, I did believe it. I believe that they were innocent, but you look into it more, and you look into
you look into it more. They were besties at one point. You look into it more, it's crazy.
The lover boy method is, and you look into what that is. They literally said that they were recruiting women to pimp them out. They had a course talking about how you could become a pimp. Word for word, they just spell out exactly what the lover boy method is. They say, this is how you do it. If you want a girl to fall in love with you so that you could traffic her, buy my course and I'll teach you how. So first, you make her fall in love with you. You have sex with her. Then you program her. Then you take her passport. Then she's in love with you. Then you put her on OnlyFans. It's like, that's what the lover boy method is, word for word. That's what pimping is, allegedly. I don't know what I'm talking about, allegedly. To a T, that's exactly what pimping is, and they just did it online. And they did it in Europe with white women. Look at that, too. You know what's so funny? Is that the Tate started grifting the white supremacists, like the white incels, the skin worshippers. They literally got rich pimping out European white women because they were better for money. Like, they made more money. Do you think that they were pimping out Asian girls and black girls? No, they moved to Romania because the crimes, they thought they were going to get away with it. They said, Romania's the third world country. I can be a mob boss. I'm a mafia. I could bribe the police. I'm like the cartel of Romania. That's why they moved there. 1. 2, for the women, because they know white women are the best clientele. So they make the best prostitutes.
Again, I like Sneaker sometimes, but the flip-flop is a bit mad because he was defending them super hard and they were cool. Now all of a sudden he's watching videos where they're not defending them and getting all his information from there. Don't know, man. Not too sure how I feel about that. But yeah, they've been arrested. The Tates, it's not looking good for them. It's not looking good for those guys. That's for sure.